Research by Barclays recently revealed that the #1 spending priority for business this year is networking. It's the reason Wi-Fi businesses around the world are running hot right now. Companies are demanding more bandwidth and faster connectivity to help run medical applications in hospitals, to automate production lines, and to improve even fan experiences at sporting stadiums. Behind all of this are giant networks and mountains of data. Ed Boyd this week sat down with head of one of those giant network businesses. That's Ed Meyercord, Chief Executive of the California-based Extreme Networks.
All we do is develop software, really. And so there's hardware elements. You think about an access point, at the edge, like a leaf of a tree, going down to the trunk, which is a switch in a data center. So all that physical infrastructure. And then really what we provide is the cloud. So cloud management. So you have a single pane of glass where you can see the entire network across the campus, from the data center through the campus to the edge, now across a wide area network, which basically means as an enterprise, you can see everything. So today, the network is really the connective tissue around all digital transformation. So there's kind of a renaissance in networking. It used to be about a box. Who has the box that's the fastest, the router that's the fastest, ports, et cetera. Now it's changed. Now it's all about new ways to drive better outcomes for businesses, leveraging data from the network and technology in the network to drive these outcomes.
Yeah, let's talk NFL. The Super Bowl was obviously quite recent, maybe a couple of weeks ago. What sort of fan experience can you get now in an NFL stadium using your network?
Well, first of all, it just works. So everybody expects the network to work. And one of the benefits of going with Extreme is that this is really one of our areas of expertise where we shine. We have network deployments where, in terms of the RF, complicated environment, all these people in a bowl, it can be very tricky. So our stadium deployments, are considered the best in the world. And then, as I mentioned before, it's about not just the connectivity, which everyone expects, but it's also about the data that comes out of the network. And what are the insights and what are we trying to solve for around fan experience? I was at the Patriots-Bills game back where they asked all the fans to download an app, okay, and then hold up your phone, and they ran a light show from everyone's phone in the stadium, which was really cool, right? And the fans were into it, engaged. All of that is running on the network, and obviously the Wi-Fi network. There's a lot of other applications in terms of how you drive efficiency or how you drive fan experience. We also have location advice, so we know where everyone is in the stadium, and then if people are piled up around a concession area and another one is empty, we can redirect people in real time. People are doing like in-seat concessions, for example. There's a lot of ways people are getting creative about just how to leverage the technology. The other issue is around monetizing the event. You can also see all the applications that are running from the fans. So what does this lead? The owners of the teams can look and say, I should reach out because these people, our fans, are running this application, and this could be a marketing opportunity for us. So we could create new revenue streams. I could go on this for quite some time, but it's really enlightening when all of a sudden, instead of just trying to connect people, you have insights and you have intelligence as to what's going on, and then they're actionable.
What about the Australian sporting leagues? Do you have any of them as clients? Are you targeting, for example, the AFL or the NRL or Cricket Australia?
Yes. The answer is yes. I mean, everyone should be paying attention to the market leader. Even though they haven't heard of Extreme, they will. And it's really about the fan experience. It's really about the data, the analytics, not to mention the performance would be better with our network. So we have some opportunities. We're looking to break in. We're excited about it. We have fantastic references worldwide, and this is an opportunity for us. Part of the reason why I'm here right now, as CEO of Extreme, to support the team. We have a great team here, and we want to build and break into some of these markets and really take what we're doing in other parts of the world and bring it to Australia.
Look, right now it is a tough economic environment. We've got high inflation. How do you keep your costs low but your prices down to be competitive with your competition?
It's interesting because when you think about networking or you think about technology, how do you offset inflationary periods? You do that with productivity. And where do you get productivity? You get it from your digital initiatives that you've got. What underpins and underlies all your digital initiatives? The network. So from that standpoint, the network becomes more important in this environment to offset macroeconomic pressures. The constraints that we've seen have been on the supply chain side. Interestingly for us, that has constrained us. Normally when people build backlog, they say, oh, that's good for business. In our case, it's a constraint. But now we have all this backlog, basically paid for order, that will flow through Extreme's income statement. This is going to drive record growth on top of the growth that we've already experienced. In addition to that, it creates investment opportunities. And we have great investment opportunities, like investing in Australia, where we can build a team and grow a market where today we're underrepresented. People don't know about Extreme, but they will.
Yeah, just what is your current sort of situation in the Australian market?
We have great customers. We look at things like, Melbourne transport, trains and rail, they run on Extreme. We have healthcare customers. I just was up in Newcastle talking to one of our healthcare customers that I think will be the start of many opportunities for expansion in healthcare here. Think about a hospital environment with what I was talking about before, where you have this hospital campus and the complication of having all these network devices. Everyone wants to get on the network in a hospital, but the idea that you could bring it all together and you could have complete visibility to the entire campus, every connected device, every person, knowing where, and then all the applications running, there's a lot of intelligence. So this story that I told about the stadium relates to healthcare, it relates to education, it relates to government, it relates to transport, as we mentioned, it relates to enterprise.